Greetings. We are Pleiadians. The more clearly you hold in your mind the concept that thought creates reality, the freer you will become. You will eliminate the stress of powerlessness from your life. Hold your vision and help your light body bring meaning to everything you do. To prepare to receive this energy, sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine your entire body filling with light. Imagine how light washes and cleans your cells. Then ask all parts of your body to work together, opening all their possibilities. If your body will interact in harmony within, then it will become much easier for you as an individual consciousness to work with everything from the outside. Those who are ill on the inside have difficulty communicating externally. Adjust your internal mechanisms by visualizing what you want to achieve. Do not be afraid of cleansing or detoxification. Everyone knows that you live in a toxic world. Everything around is toxic. If there is a detoxification or cleansing going on in your life, allow yourself to go deep into your feelings to discover what you need to drop. The sprout throws back the bone that protected it. What did you use for protection? Usually, protection takes the form of isolation to keep you disconnected. The seeds know that they are in the soil. They are waiting for the time when they will have to make their way through the dark earth and attract the sun's rays. They know they are already being summoned by the sounds of insects running on the ground. With sounds similar to ancient drumming, insects remind the seeds underground that it is time to germinate. Seeds, like everything in nature, react to sounds. Your world is full of sounds, only a part of which you hear. As people of the new era, you listen to artificial sounds, but you would get much more by listening to the sounds of nature, attuning to the earth and going deeper into the mysteries and secrets of its technologies. Each of you needs to explore the boundaries that you have surrounded yourself with. You believe that you are spiritually developed, that you see events on a larger scale and understand much more than others. Indeed, relative to where you were before, you have moved forward and your progress is obvious to you. But we guarantee you that you still do not see the limitations that you have erected for yourself. These limitations determine in your mind the belief in what you can and what you cannot do. They bind you to a given vibration frequency or to a given reality. The boundaries that you have defined for yourself and about which you notify others do not allow you to move forward with the information that wakes up inside you. This information serves for your spiritual growth. Different layers of reality are erased to bring you closer to the realm of spirit. This is spiritual growth. We want you to move away from artificially created boundaries, so that you stop erecting carefully guarded fences around every aspect of your life. The teachings of the Pleiades and the Pleiadians through Barbara Marciniak. We are the Pleiadians. We are your sisters and brothers. Long have we watched you from afar, but now we move among you as human beings. We are here. In our hearts we sing to your planet, which so lovingly supports your race, despite ongoing efforts to destroy her, by those who are not of this world or dimension. Free your world and yourselves from the tyranny of hate, despair and anger. Turn to one another in an era of acceptance, for each of you is entirely unique and individual, yet part of a collective whole. We understand the pain and suffering in the world comes from ignorance, from lack of light. You have forgotten your sacred ties to the earth, to heaven and to each other. Release your fears. Let the dreams of your childhood come back into your adult memory and shake yourselves loose from the need to compete against one another. There is a profound misalignment in your world, stemming from a deep loss of soul memory of the sacred beginning of the universe. You have become ignorant of your own beginnings, and your true history has been hidden from you. Many of you see yourselves as being apart from Source, lost, like a stray cat or dog, or a neglected child or elder. You have never been separated from Source, for the light lives within you, within the secret chamber of your heart. There you are one with Creator, with Source, with Father, Mother God. Your race once descended from the light, and to the light it shall return. The path of return has commenced. The event of which so many speak is happening now, as more and more individuals decide to change their lives and seek the sacred within. And as that heart opens, they suddenly can see their neighbors and co-workers with new eyes, their inner eyes, the singular eye of wisdom and Christ consciousness. The light illuminates and brings with it divine wisdom. This wisdom has always existed, but has remained hidden during the dark ages after the fall. We encourage you to seek out the wisdom that exists in the teachings of the indigenous peoples of the earth. They have held these secrets close to their hearts, knowing that the wisdom would be needed by all of the people. even as it appeared that the world was dying. The old world is dying. The world that many of you grew up into and became conditioned to is now in the process of coming apart. Dark forces resist the ever-increasing pressure from the light and seek to ensnare the multitudes in darkness and ignorance once again, so their control of the reins of government and commerce cannot be loosened. It is up to each individual to make the choice whether or not they wish to be free, whether or not they wish to change their lives and then to take the next step. Your process of transmutation takes on the form of a spiritual journey, where you are divested of your old beliefs. For the sake of your healing, you relive and pass through many transformations as the layers of old sticky energy are removed and released from your energy field. You are undergoing a complete clearing of your individual, familial and cultural karmic patterns, so that humanity will not have to relive their lives in a repetitive negative circle of suffering and misery. You are breaking free of the wheel. In a time long lost in the mists of time, humanity lived upon this planet in harmony and grace, in a paradisiacal setting in the midst of the Pacific Ocean. Some of you remember this land as Lemuria or Mu. While there, humanity had not yet taken on physical form. That came later on Atlantis, as the entire planet descended in frequency. Once your consciousness was housed within bodies of light bodies, yet as the planet descended in frequency and the vibration slowed down, your bodies took on physical form, becoming heavy and dense. What you interpret as physical matter is simply vibration slowed down to where it can be seen and felt by the physical senses. In truth, your world is made up of waves of light and sound, dancing at different frequencies. As the vibration slows, the matter becomes dense. As the vibration increases, form becomes light. Sounds can be seen as color and colors emit sound. As your consciousness expands into the higher frequency ranges, you will begin to experience the underlying music of the spheres, the songs that the planets and stars sing to each other, that even your cells sing to each other in a frequency that is beyond your current physical ability to hear. Once your bodies are freed of the old programming, you will begin to ascend into the higher frequencies until your physical body is transformed into a magnificent body of light. This is what is taking place for those among you who are dedicated to the ascension process in this lifetime. These way showers are reliving the sacred path of initiation that once was hidden from the multitudes. The path is challenging, but we bid you to remember that everything you do is for the sake of all humanity. Keep your focus on your desire to know God, to embrace God, to allow God angels to sing to you, to guide you and to enfold you within their grace. Your desire to know and feel oneness will bring you safely through any challenge that you might face. Know that you carry great power, wisdom and grace within. In truth, you are all human angels, long ago descended into this world, a story that will be told elsewhere. You did not fall out of malice or deceit or rebellion, but out of a desire to experience the deepest levels of creation, that of the lower worlds, of the third dimension. Some of you even descended lower, taking form as the elemental beings, enlivening the rocks, trees and animals. All life has intelligence and is alive. Allow the elementals to share with you the wisdom they have learned. Reflect on the sacredness of the smallest creature and the wonder of creation, which has been brought forth for your enjoyment. Life can once again become harmonious and gracious, freed from fear. But first allow the purging fires to burn away the dross of misunderstanding and open your inner eyes so that you might look upon the world and see that there is, in truth, no bad or good. There is only consciousness. It is how you choose to judge some experience that ensures how you will continue to draw that same energy to yourself. Let go the need to judge and view the world with neutral eyes, filled with compassion. Allow what you experience and observe to teach you the deep wisdom of spirit, how matter is merely animated light. Release yourself from self-judgment. If you feel that you have failed, allow yourself the option of trying over. The angels do not judge as they do not have egos. The ego mind or left side of the brain has reigned long over this last age, but the unification of the two halves has commenced, even as the long deactivated DNA of your cellular structure is lighting up, in response to the incoming waves of photonic light emerging from the center of the universe. With the two hemispheres of the brain becoming one, you will contain unity consciousness. It is what you are within, deeply hidden within your own crystalline DNA. You are in the process of leaving behind the pupae or caterpillar stage of your evolution and becoming, once again, angelic humans, capable of so much more than what you can manage today. As we look upon each of you, we see your past, now and future. For us it exists in the now. Each of you has a choice whether or not to go forward into the light or to retreat and remain in darkness. We love you no matter what choice you make and will remain as guides for those who are willing to explore beyond the comfortable boxes into which you have been coaxed and conditioned by well-meaning but ignorant adults and mentors. This journey is an individual one at first, but will soon expand to becoming a collective experience as more and more individuals awaken to the startling truth that they are a fractal portion of God, a light being having a human experience. We greet you in a new dawn for humanity and the rekindling of a beautiful friendship between our two races. We are one, as humanity does not exist on Earth alone. There are many races who claim this solar system, this galaxy and this universe as their home. As your consciousness expands, you will begin to communicate with and traverse to these other worlds. There you will be greeted as long-lost relatives, as indeed you are. We honor you for your willingness to explore the lower levels of creation and welcome you home to the stars. Namaste, the Council of Nine.